Hello everyone and welcome to part 19 of Metaphor ReFantazio. Real quick, when you see this format, you know it's never a good thing, but this isn't bad. Well, not too bad. I started part 19 and my OBS crashed and it said it saved the footage. So I went back and it let it play. I assumed it was going to work, but now it's saying the footage is corrupted and it won't go into my editing software. So the beginning, I'm going to skip like a little bit of dialogue from Joanna and Barden, but it's nothing that big. You pretty much only miss like 2 minutes of the whole playthrough. So don't worry about it. Enjoy the episode. It's a really good one. It's long, but a lot of cool things happen. I think you guys will really enjoy. So enjoy part 19 of Metaphor ReFantazio. Alright, sorry guys. It's gonna... I have to replay this cutscene. My like OBS just like completely died on me, so I'll skip to where we were.
Oh, I feared this might happen.
No.
We choose the same dialogue options. Here we go. We're back. Just really weird that that happened.
What? My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in. You see...
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself! Is something the matter, Barden?
They were here the whole time?
I'm so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctress.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a ballet thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sins. It was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain just to get myself through it.
The bottle's barely any emptier. Was a drop really all it took to get you drunk?
Oh, please do not blame the poor man. Talking to him has eased my heart for the trials to come. I cannot let myself betray you and regress to my vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtue ourselves. In fairness, you're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words. We can't ask anything more than that.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity of purpose.
A fog, huh?
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
Alright, sorry, I cut to make sure that the footage I had earlier saved. I didn't check on that before I restarted, but anyway, I do hope she hopes I win the throne. I'd really rather not. I intend to.
Yes, I intend to. Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't used for evil.
At last, it seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
Well, she's here now, and she seems to have had a change of heart, so let's see how this goes.
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the Tournament for the Throne, the Exhibition of the Brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne. At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
Yeah.
20! 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table, starting with his and her highnesses of Oceana and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship.
Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there? A general, is he?
He's so cool.
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church, better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills, presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus!
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
She's cool.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello, all. This city sure has, great seafood. And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them. Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying
He's fucking
your
it up.
stay.
She's dancing.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister.
Oh,
Not
interesting.
much of a public speaker, are you?
So she's a saint?
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin!
I hope it shows us what everyone
First up
brought.
is a respected gentleman of the church, Guido, the head of the monk soldiers of the Crown Theocracy.
Fish? That's hardly a monster.
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
A stand-up fellow.
That's a really good turn on that. Damn, I was not expecting him to pull that card.
Package. He's got the crowd on his side right from the start. Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I can.
And we have a challenger.
Why is he walking like
Second
that?
in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound.
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human!
That is not a human.
Where's your proof?
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What drivel? Look at the thing! You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much obliged. You may step
Human
down.
heads aren't that small.
Now, on to the next.
Holy shit. Who got that one, Luis? Gordon.
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea? Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering. Such is the duty of those with power.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Borden is simply have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
Warden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
We're fine.
You'll be fine. If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we've got now. Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation. Now,
I don't think they're gonna make it.
Succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Where's their head?
Aw, shit.
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martyra? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heismay? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Heismay. The chief of all things.
This. After we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martyra. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me. I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What? Absurd! Speak sense, woman!
Master Heismay is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
And I, Bardon, Captain of Martyra's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she said.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martyra.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
That's... well, that's quite a turn of events. We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike any we've seen yet.
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A sanctoress would never.
What will His Eminence Fallen do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
This is very convoluted. This is a very messy situation, honestly.
'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
What? Right here and now? Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king, it is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties. Please, lead this country armed with the truth.
I will, I promise.
I will. I promise.
Oh.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls.
I don't like that, man.
If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a show!
That did not make me feel good. 49. After the events of the exhibition, many people seem to have taken notice of me. I hope this eventually leads to saving the prince. That doesn't feel satisfying. I wish we brought the baby's head. The human's head.
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. That's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pups.
We were passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand man, see?
And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating.
Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
That was not our intent.
Oh, same idea, yeah? A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
We only righted a wrong.
No. We only righted a wrong.
And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the church to do it. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
So this is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Last time he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
Oh, loves, I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you? And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
What do you mean by that?
Master Luis? Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Well, he just left. You weren't told?
Got his
Getting
ass.
back as well. Damn it. What's so special about those fools?
Why did both Final Fantasy remakes get updates? Completely irrelevant, but it keeps popping up, so.
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
It might be a trap.
It might be a trap.
Don't get cold feet now. We knew going in that any plan to win his favor would be dangerous.
We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness anyway? He still fights?
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
Ooh. It's engraved on his body.
Maybe he's engraved it directly on his body.
Yeah, somehow I doubt he'd literally carve incriminating evidence onto his skin. It'd be backwards in a mirror besides. It's more likely to be in his runner.
Gallagher, you piss me off.
Suppose it could be in the runner he uses even today? The incident was near a decade ago.
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
Joanna! A backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph! She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heels?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith. After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the church is loyalty to the state.
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours? Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Find footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your service. You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
They're really evil too. Like,
and the age of a new king.
They've obviously shown that a little bit at the beginning, or like a little late beginning, but the more we peek behind the curtain, the more evil they look.
Some
We're
odd
seeing.
blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Louis's man. Night Prowler, today, come. Bit curt if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this Night Prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Luis at a haunt like that.
You think it's a trap? Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Luis's craft, eh?
Right then. Let's be off to this night prowler.
Alright, here we go. Thunderstorm 2. The night prowler, huh?
Let's hurry.
The place should be on the edge of town, I've heard. The ferryman should know how to get there. Alright, sorry for the cut. I just got hit with like a bunch of things I needed to answer, so I got very overwhelmed and cut real quick. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Angler's Inn and... Oh, they both lead to the Angler's Inn. Oh, okay, okay. Where are you off to? I'll take you where you need to go. No need for coin. We work for the city. The Night Prowler. Night Prowler, ah. So you're the ones of the... So you're the ones them brothers were talking about then. I've heard all about it, so go on. Hop in right behind me. This shall be interesting. Sorry, I'm just taking... Oh, that's Luis's... Golden Runner. Taking it all in. This is a really cool area. The bubbles floating in the sky. It's super cool. This is really nice. This is the Ozdust Ballroom. Oh, man. Sorry. Wicked reference.
Well, look who it is. Appreciate you coming out.
So it was you two.
You expected us to roll out the red carpet right into our headquarters. Consider this a pre-show. Still, you really are just a kid, aren't you?
And you're one to talk?
Got him.
Having a laugh at me big brother's expense. That's when I get to step in. Make some points for my own life.
You are brothers. And he is the elder?
And here I thought the Magnus brothers' name was making the rounds. Shame that. It's fine. First offense and all won't kill you yet. Besides, Lord Luis has taken quite a shine to you lot. Before we let you see him, I have a question. I want you to think long and hard before you answer, right?
Oh shit. We're getting sinister looks from the whole pub.
What kind of king are you selling yourself to be exactly? Go on, let's have the pitch.
I'd help anyone in need.
I'd help anyone in need.
Meaning what exactly?
It means he's even willing to save someone like me.
You're not doing yourself any favors here, are you?
Let's drop the pretenses, shall we? We were all about impressing Luis, and we've done that. You're all about results, aren't you?
You'll answer the question from me too. Why do you want to serve Master Luis? No lies
now. Not gonna say that. I admire his power.
I admire Master Luis's power.
What? As an elder? Want to get a little payback on the world too, do you?
Despite having been a general, he has Parapus as some of his closest allies. That alone marks a man worth following.
Huh.
Whatever. You got some brass tea, I'll give you that much. Already got more accomplished than that Gladel ever did. You seem like the types to make yourselves useful.
Not many get Ardel's blessing. It's worth celebrating that. For now. Get in.
Someone like you should already know what it's like. The minority tribes face walls and barriers everywhere they look in society. Our greatest hope rides with Master Luis. We'll do whatever it takes to make him king, and starting today, so will you. Come on then. Master Luis is waiting for you inside his gauntlet runner, the Caradrius.
And no funny business.
We're going in the gauntlet runner? That'd be pretty cool.
Nothing gets past the king's magic, and Lord Luis is one of the top candidates. We've captured some, what, 10 odd assassins now? Lord Luis uses them for magic experiments and, well, you know how that ends.
We finally have access to Luis's headquarters.
It's a valuable opportunity. Ideally, while most of our group is meeting with Luis, someone else can do a quick search inside.
Wait, me?
There's no one more suitable. Anyone else, and he'd question their absence.
You're putting a solo infiltration on my tiny shoulders? But fine, I'll do it.
Once we're in the Skyrunner, we'll assess the situation, then deal with our own tasks.
Where?
It's already sunset. Time flies by so fast.
So?
Luis's Gauntlet Runner, the Caradrius, is stationed in Warship Harbor. Let's take a ferry to get us over there. Good to see sober folks around these parts, but I appreciate it. Where are you off to then?
Hello there.
You want to go to the Warship Harbor? That's no place to visit after a piss up, but alright, mind yourself and climb aboard. Oh shoot. Here we go.
Incredible.
It's huge. Wow, it didn't hit me until we got right up close to it, but this runner really is huge. Hey. Oi, over here. Keep your heads out of the clouds, will ya?
Sam.
You bumpkins can fawn over the Caradrius? I forgot how he said it. All you want later. We won't be flying for a good while anyway. What with the Sawyery and all? Sawyery? What's that? Hey, Bass. How about you don't go telling them anything they don't need to know? We aren't officially friends yet. Now follow me. I'll give you the grand tour. Oh, and a friendly warning. Be on your best behavior. You try anything clever, you're dead on the spot. Make a rude comment to Lord Luis, dead on the spot. Got it? Not shy about making threats. We'll stay on his good side, okay?
Seriously.
Let's not test his patience then, eh? Lord Luis is in the reception room and you don't want to keep him waiting.
We're off.
Let's talk to this guy.
You little...
The size of Luis's Skyrunner is ludicrous, and he parks it in the middle of a Warship Harbor like his bloody name's on it. Listen, mate, you ain't wrong, but you gotta let this one go. You never know who might be listening. Once the exhibition is over, they'll clear out and it'll all blow over. These cards don't seem that corrupt. That's good.
Check this out.
At last.
We gotta seize the first foothold for our infiltration. Soon enough, Luis will be within our grasp.
If I may.
Liddell comes through here an awful lot. You know him, don't you? One of the Luis faction candidates. Sometimes he's got this beast of a dog with him too. Sad to see a man with a temper like his with a pet. But wouldn't you know it, he's sweet on that dog. Somewhere at the bottom of his black heart, he thinks that dog's cute or something. Strangest thing you ever did see.
Indeed.
This runner bears more in common with the castle than a carriage. I can hardly imagine what its interiors must look like.
Understood.
It is impossible to discern how much trust the brothers will afford us. Keeping our guard up around them will be crucial. Go. And here we are. Go on in.
I'm leaving.
Don't wander off until you get used to it. Oh wait, don't wander off. Until you get used to it, this place could be a real maze.
Oh, yeah?
Wow, there's so many soldiers here. I suppose we should have expected as much from Luis's stronghold. I feel like we're always being watched.
Well,
like it or not, an Elder recruit is always going to stand out. But we're on the same side as all of them for now, so stand tall.
What you need?
You the new guy? Hang on a minute. You're an Elda. Well, ain't that a rare sight? Just do your level best, alright? We ain't shy about casting off those who aren't strong enough to keep up, so be sure you pull your weight, you hear?
hello there.
You hear about what happened at the exhibition? Some Elda kid showed up for it, they say. And apparently Lord Luis loved it. That kid's going places, I can tell you that.
Look at that.
Damn, is it true? Did Glidell really show up to the exhibition with the head of a human in hand? Yeah, but the head was so small that hardly anyone noticed. Makes you wonder what the hell the point was.
Hey!
It's you. I saw the exhibition. You put on quite a show, huh? You really gave those Sanctus what for. And you're one of us now. You're one of us now, aren't you? Let's cheers some new friends.
That reminds me.
Oh, you're the Elder candidate that I've been hearing about. Apparently Lady Junia likes you too. She's staking her claim on some kid even though she's already with Lord Luis. Damn, Lady Junia's got stamina to spare. What do you mean by that?
Got it.
The reception room is on the top floor. This lift will get you there.
What in the...
What was that? It happens to everyone. Is that some sort of magic-controlled locking mechanism?
Yeah.
It keeps the suspicious element out, you know, like the bastards pretending they're grunts when they're actually assassins.
I see.
Seems like a secure system. I assume you need a key to get around.
Yeah.
Yep, there's different keys for different areas. Only a select few ranking soldiers have them. You want to walk freely around the runner, then you're going to have to move up our ranks a bit first. That's fucked up.
Evidently.
Keys are only given to ranking soldiers, is it? Navigating this place may prove difficult without those in our possession. We will need to acquire them then. Oi, already trading treacherous whispers amongst yourselves, eh? Quit with the gossip and get on already.
Oh, nice.
It's much bigger than I thought. I almost forgot we're inside a gauntlet runner. Quit looking around so much. Now, what have we got here? Are we letting schoolboys in the ranks now? These kids are our new recruits. Oh, shit. So that's all it took, eh? A little show at the exhibition? Used to be you'd have to prove yourself before you could stand with the countsman.
No.
They got Lord Luis's approval. If that's not enough for you, I'd keep it to yourself before someone knocks you off that pedestal.
What's the meaning of this?
What, these peasants? Against me? Please, I'm a bloody sergeant. We could settle this right here, right now. They'll be wiping you off the walls.
Don't even try it.
Oh, leave it out, Xanth. Get your arse back to your post. That's an order.
Understood?
Just get this through your tiny heads. Power is everything around here. I give you 3 days at most till you run home tails between your legs. We're definitely gonna fight him.
Seriously.
You just gonna stand there or are you gonna move? Come on. Everyone's so mean to me.
Here.
This would be Lord Luis's quarters. Just a reception room, lass. He'd be daft to show a pack of strangers straight to his private quarters, wouldn't he?
Alright.
Lord Luis is waiting inside. Enter. Excuse me.
Hey.
Yes, that's my cue. I'll try looking around for this formula. Be careful, lots of sharp eyes about. I'll try. You all stay safe too. See you soon, I hope. Cold in this room. I need a jacket. But I can't pause it. Okay.
Rhylehaven. But it is its identity I truly respect. Oceana's navy might well have won them the Annex War. If your Cronia hadn't chosen to forgo their honor and launch an opportunist attack in the wake of a storm. Even now, united in the kingdom, their pride in their power is what keeps this city alive. You wish to join my ranks. I need ask little else. Instead, I would hear what you wish to know most. Ask and I will answer. That is why I've bid you come.
Here we go.
He says, what should I ask? What's your plan against Forden? Did you kill the royal family? What's your plan against Forden?
How do you plan on winning against Forden?
I will kill him. Not that my victory rests on doing so. That man and Sanctism both are malignant tumors in this country's flesh and must be excised to save it.
Aren't candidates protected by the king's magic?
The king is not a god. There is always a way. It is clear no small conviction drives you. Perhaps keeping you close will prove useful. You, assembled company, I hereby permit you to enter my service.
We are much obliged.
This is a heart of magic silver. Cut your finger and let the blood fall. A proper rite of loyalty. Shows how all our blood flows through the same heart.
Watch yourselves, though. If your own heart's not true to our cause, well, it's not just a drop you lose. Might take off a whole limb.
You hesitate.
Fuck.
It's just that...
Fear and
anxiety. They always lead the people astray. But power and order trumps all. That is the crux of my rule.
It seems we have no choice.
Good. It would appear we've passed.
Ha! Look at you, like knock-kneed lambs. Just having a bit of fun with you, eh? You think I'd go to all that effort?
On August 13th, I intend to hold a soiree in this city. It seems
Soiree,
a fine
I don't-
opportunity for you to make your
It's a
debut
soiree,
in
really.
my retinue.
Very exclusive, see? Only for those good enough to be part of our campaign. You should feel honored.
As my gauntlet runner requires some maintenance, the party should be held at the feast hall where I'm staying. In the meantime, do as you will.
I wonder how Gallica's search is going.
Only this area feels any different from the rest. I need a key to get in, though. It'd be nice if I could see what's going on in here, too.
Is that boy candidate here already?
Meeting with Count Luis as we speak, I think. Didn't think he'd end up on our side.
I expect we'll run into each other on the job, eh? That said, let's get back to our rounds.
Yikes! They're coming this way! I have to hide! Is this the other side of that door? Never thought it'd lead to a place like this. This area just screams suspicious with all the guards. The formula's gotta be somewhere around here.
There's no way we save the prince
Is someone coming?
this early, right? Something's gonna have to go wrong.
Figures they'd show up now. Isn't that the songstress? What is she doing here?
Lady Juna, is something amiss?
I do recall saying I didn't need a personal guard today.
Yes, but this is Luis's personal quarters, and we thought in case you needed...
Well, I don't. You can do your guarding downstairs for today. Do you understand? And, well, I mean, do you really want to be guarding this door when Count Luis returns? Oh, the things you would hear. How awkward for us both.
You mean...
Understood.
Idiot, don't make the lady repeat herself. Apologies, my lady. We'll make ourselves scarce.
So... awkward.
Close one. Opportunities like this are so few and far between. I've got to get this back in place. Oh, wonderful. How were these arranged again? A magic spell? Is that the formula? Just my luck. I can't carry out something that big, and now I know where it is.
Jolly good! You've got the man's eyes on you. Now that you've sworn fealty, we can get right down in the guts of his Skyrunner.
I worry for Gallica. Perhaps we ask too much of her. I hope she's all right.
Ah, it seems you worried for naught.
Let's go!
I'm back!
Welcome back.
You're clearly bursting with good news, too.
I know, right? I found where the formula is! I'm pretty sure I saw the real thing. Even if it wasn't, I'd bet the real one's somewhere in that room.
Masterfully done. We could have asked no better an infiltrator.
That songstress Juno was there too. I'm pretty sure it was Luis's private quarters. So I have to wonder what she was doing
Based
there.
on what she said, I would agree.
I assume you could lead the way to the room?
Well, yes, but it might be a bit tricky. To get to Luis's quarters, we'd need to go through the crew quarters, then through the starboard corridor, or the port corridor. You need a key to get into each of the divisions. Whoever's in charge at each guard post has one. Luis's private quarters have a special key too. That one's held by the representative on the bridge.
In short, we'll need to pass through 3 blocks. The crew quarters, either the starboard or port corridor, and the bridge.
It looked like he's usually got his quarters under guard.
so we'll want to pick a time of day when there'll be less people around.
If we need it less crowded, then how about the night of the soiree? Surely it would be a skeleton crew.
Apparently the soiree will be held at the Luxury Inn that caters exclusively to the upper class. The soldiers manning his runner are bound to have duties in town that day.
He would have us debut as his supporters on that night. How would we get away with not being present?
Maybe if we just excuse ourselves for a short time? We've got plenty of time to prepare. Securing an infiltration route, finding out when it will be less crowded, this is all work we can get done in advance. On the night of, Gallica and one other will slip out, swipe the formula, then return by the shortest route possible.
Have anyone in mind? My hearing makes stealth jobs simple work.
No. I think he'd be our best bet.
You would have the guest of honor himself absent?
This is Luis we're talking about. He's bound to notice any absence. If we've lost on that front already, we might as well send our strongest.
What do you think? It would be risky as a near solo infiltration. Are you up
This sounds
for
like
the
a
task?
cool level. We'll have to make it work.
We'll just have to make it work.
You truly mean that?
Seriously. We're jumping from tightrope to tightrope here. We'll have to prep our infiltration strategy tomorrow. For now, let's get back to the inn and get some rest.
That reminds me.
By the way, do you remember the man we met in Luis's Gauntlet Runner? He seemed very proud of his strength.
Yes.
He was rather full of himself, yes? Sergeant Xanth, was it? He got told to go back to his post, which makes me wonder. He might be in charge of one of the runner's sectors.
I see.
That would be unfortunate. I could tell his strength was formidable even to be near him. I doubt he would simply let us pass. In any case, we should probably rest for today. We can talk in more detail in the morning.
Got it?
The success of our infiltration depends entirely on our preparations after tomorrow. Don't worry, as long as we work together, we'll find the solution. The songstress has been in Luis's private chambers. Not that I would judge her, I suppose. At any rate, the operation begins tomorrow. Rest well tonight.
May I speak?
The day of the Prince's awakening may be nearer than we realize. We've got to make our preparations before that soiree. Alright, lay down. Sorry for no cut. I'm getting so many text messages. If I'm done for the day, should I retire for the night? Let's rest.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new...
I think the game does a really good job at throwing like different scenarios and like, I don't know, it feels like different genres at some points.
Now then.
Now, starting today, we need to work on an infiltration route to Luis's private quarters. The issue is, those in charge of each area, the ones holding the keys, would seem they make a formidable lineup. What shall we do? Maybe the simplest option is the best option. Get them alone, beat their key from them, and push forward.
Even so...
If we mean to attack, a short, decisive encounter is the order of the day. If they call for reinforcements, we may not fare so well.
Yes.
Luis's subordinates have attained their rank through martial prowess. If we wound their pride, negotiation may still be on the table. Let's take precautions.
Prepare first.
We need to be as prepared as we can before we attempt this.
Yeah.
Right, a new situation calls for new tactics. We have to build up our strength by hunting bounties and the like, or we may end up over our heads. Infiltrating, short, decisive battles. Unlike previous operations, time is of the essence when infiltrating. You will need to keep your battles short, defeating the officers within a certain number of turns. Excuse me. All the officers are quite strong, and each will require you to be tactical. Gather information about them in town and utilize requests to strengthen your abilities to give yourself a fighting chance.
Then...
Maybe we could dig up some dirt through an informant. Who knows? They might have a weakness we can exploit. Well then, before we can secure our route to his quarters, it sounds like we have to do some digging before the day of the soiree.
Let's focus.
Infiltrating the chair. 20 days. Holy wow. The infiltration route must be secured so Luis's room can be accessed on the day of the soiree. If I steal the curse formula, the prince's curse can be lifted. Operation Infiltrate the Cardrius. A mission with the deadline has begun. Be cautious of storms and inclement weather condition that may occur around Brylehaven. Be with your allies in Warship Harbor to infiltrate Luis's Gauntlet Runner. The interior of Luis's Gauntlet Runner is divided into 4 areas. The crew quarters, the starboard corridor, the port corridor, and the bridge. You'll need to obtain a special key from the person in charge of the bridge in the deepest part of the ship. Don't forget, you need to gain access to Luis's quarters by the day of the soiree.
Let's head there.
Luis's gauntlet runner, huh? At this rate, they'll surely die. Must my hands always be stained with the blood of children? Sorry, blood and children? Oh, have I seen you before somewhere? Now that I mention it, I do recall seeing an elder boy at the exhibition. One that looked to be the same age as... They say you've been traveling across the country, helping all those in need. If that's true, then may I ask for your aid as well?
What a pity.
During a training exercise, the city's guard corps were ambushed by a human. There were many casualties, especially among the youngest recruits. I need a special medicine to save them, but the shop stocks are exhausted, and I can't make it myself, as it requires ingredients found only within a monster-infested forest. I'll get them. You'll do it, truly? I cannot thank you enough. The medicine is derived from a fruit called the dragon thistle berry. I hear it grows in the Gracia forest. Perhaps it would be wise to learn about the monsters that inhabit the place first, and informant may know more. One dragon thistle berry isn't going to be enough to save everyone, so I'll need 7. I know it'll be difficult, but lives depend on it.
Let's give it a shot.
I need 7 samples of dragon thistle berry, which grow in Gracia forest. To help make medicine, the informant at the tavern in Angler's Inn Square should know more about the forest. Angler's Inn Square.
Whoa.
This must be Gracia Forest. There should be places to park the runner between the trees.
This place.
Well met, eh?
I thought it was Heisme. I saw your performance at the exhibition. Blimey, you're something else. The tavern folk just couldn't stop blethering on about you bringing a Sanctorus as your mark. But framing a UG for the crime sure is nasty. Not so unusual though, probably. Gotta go to the tavern. Where are you off to? I'll take you where you need to go. No, okay. Is this the right area? There's more.
All right then.
Is it just that place right there? That's not
I'm just. Hey, listen.
him. Oh, how interesting. A tavern where you can catch your own fish, though I have to say your last catch wasn't particularly impressive.
Want in on this?
You received an invite to the charge... I didn't even know how to say that. The Gauntlet Runner. Nice work. Alright, anything you want to know, just ask.
Fancy a bit of
There's a man named Sergeant Xanth among Luis's subordinates. He's the officer in charge of the Gauntlet Runner's crew quarters. Naturally, he's a tough customer. Xanth. Oh, that's that important-looking guy we saw at the Gauntlet Runner the other day. An acquaintance of yours? Then you might know this already, but he's a large man wearing armor who holds strength is justice as his creed. I hear he was once a competitor at the Coliseum too. He's strong, of course, but not invulnerable. Rumor is he's weak against burn and poison. Since he's wearing all that armor, it's hard for him to just take it off and deal with those. I'm sure paralysis and stun will work well too. But Luis values power, and so while the old battle axe might have some weaknesses, if Luis trusts him, you can bet he's strong as blazes. I see we'll have to find ways to inflict status ailments. Of course. And it will certainly be a dangerous fight if we don't do a bit of training first. No such thing as being too prepared, so let's head there when we're sure we're ready. I received a scrap of paper inscribed with the information I just heard. I'll put it away so I can check it later.
Fancy a bit of info?
That old fart, Maintenance Chief Siba, eh? He's in charge of the starboard corridor. Can't take a joke, so I've never gone along with him. He's as strong as you'd expect, considering the authority he's been given. His magic that repels attacks is especially impressive. As you can guess, if you try to physically attack him, it'll bounce right back at you. The more you put into it, the more you'll end up hurting. That said, his barrier doesn't repel magic, but magic isn't especially effective either, from what I hear. To win, you'll need to find a way to perform physical attacks without having him bounce back at you. Not that I expect you'll end up fighting him. That guy sounds like a massive pain in the... If we don't improve our skills, we'll be done for. And since he uses magic that repels physical attacks, we'll want to find some way to dispel that too. Okay, we have.
Fancy a bit of info?
Master Sergeant Beecham is in charge of the port corridor. Quite frankly, he's an absolute loon. Don't tell him I said that, though. I value my life. He's an intense person in a lot of ways, but the way he fights in particular is, as I said, quite mad. He starts yelling like a madman and swings his axe all around him. You'll want to watch out for it or it'll daze you. If I recall correctly, the magic shop sells equipment that protects against that. Might be worth checking out. All the blood rushes to his to his head, so he falls for being provoked really easily, though. If you bring someone to act as a decoy along, I think you could beat him without much hassle. Ideally you won't have to fight him, but if you do, keep that in mind. We'll need a decoy then, you know. I think there's a skill that would be useful. If we aren't strong enough, our decoy could fall and our strategy would be ruined. Let's ensure we improve our combat skills before fighting him.
Fancy a bit of info?
The Gauntlet Runner's helmsman, Cabio, is stationed on the bridge. He's a fervent supporter of Laney Jr. I have to say, I know how he feels. She acts so sweet and has such a lovely voice. I'm swooning here. I'd almost think she was a goddess. We're not paying for that. What's his fighting style? You planning to spar with him? Well, he's the only one Luis granted the privilege of being the helmsman amongst all his minions, so you can bet he's a strong one. Having said that, he's weak to electric. I hear he had a traumatic experience in a storm once. And rumor has it, when the weather gets rough, he even turns the steering over to his second in command. Pretty solid evidence, isn't it? Guess we better prepare some electric magic then. But he's one of Luis's hand-picked officers, so it might be a tough fight no matter what. If time permits, we should train a bit before fighting him. Slow and steady wins the race after all. No point in hurrying.
Fancy a bit of
Salva, you say? He's the Gauntlet Runner's guard chief. Got some business with him? He's not someone you'll have an opportunity to meet with often. His job's to patrol the Gauntlet Runners on the lookout for intruders. The chief of security is no pushover. He's a powerful opponent who's earned Luis's trust with his strength. They say he's got an almighty igniter that can damage any foe. Won't be easy to guard against that. I hear he's weak to projectiles and lances, though. Maybe his reaction time slows. What with wearing that big helmet and all. And that's about it. Remember that on the off chance you find yourself against him.
I guess so.
No doubt he's powerful if he's in charge of Luis's guards. If we don't come at him with all we got, we're in trouble. We need to be confident we're ready to fight. Oh, and he uses almighty magic, right? Sounds like it'll be trouble, but maybe we can retaliate with some of our own.
Want in on this?
I'm guessing you're after Dragon Thistleberry. The Cacasados that lords over that area loves him too, so be careful. The Cacasados will unleash terrifying attacks if it sees an opening. Some might even kill you instantly. I'd recommend having magic that hardens your defenses, and I hear it's weak to projectiles, so having those wouldn't hurt either. Hope your Dragon Thistleberry hunk goes swimmingly. Got it, let's make sure we prepare thoroughly, Orphan.
Cheers.
There are a lot of shops in Brawlhaven dealing in rare ingredients. There are even stands selling meat harvested from monsters and such. Other than that, there's the butcher who sells marbled bluefin tuna and brownie salt from the water shop. But the only specialty good you can get from the village nearby is really mellow milk. What's rare depends on the person, I suppose. You cook, do you? I respect that there's more to you than strength. That reminds me, the younger of the Magnus brothers, his cooking, I've said too much, forget it.
Hey, listen.
I'm just incredulous.
Okay. We know how to beat some of the guards. The question is, do we think we're even ready to do such a thing?
Alright then.
Let's go here. Let's do a side quest.
Okay. What's
We'll get experience and it will be good. It will all work out.
Now.
Wait, no, I don't want to run there.
Alright then.
Where to?
Let's go.
I think this is where it is. Oh, I gotta keep doing that.
Alright.
In the cathedral's mausoleum. Those blessed noble idiots. How am I supposed to gather mortar skulls from those skeletons now? Damn it. Idiotic nobles. Oi, do you make a habit of eavesdropping in on people's private monologues? Well, not like it's going to change my fate either way. You were talking about those skulls earlier, right? Why in the world would you need those? Yeah, there's no way that a fairy and an Elder could ever empathize with the plight of a man like me. An Elder with a fairy, hold on. Don't tell me you're the ones who put down that mess at the Grand Cathedral. I must admit, it's hard to believe an Elder could be that skilled, but if the rumors about you are even a little bit true, then you might just be able to do something for me. I need someone to bring me some mortar skulls from the Grand Cathedral's mausoleum. To really do it, you're a lifesaver. The mausoleum's a complete den of monsters, so there's no way in hell I'd ever set foot in there myself. All I need you to do is bring me 8 mortar skulls. I understand the nature of the request is rather unsavory, but I have my reasons. Oh, at this rate, I'll get the death sentence for sure, huh? I can't explain it now, but I'll give you all the sordid details when you bring me those skulls. What? A death sentence? I need the goods by July 30th. Your success determines my fate, so be sure to help me before then.
Let's give it a shot.
That said, I guess we can't let that guy get executed. If you want to stop by the mausoleum, I wouldn't be against it.
Speaking of...
You took on a request, as I recall. Might it not be best to resolve it quickly? Want to enter the Grand Cathedral and complete the request?
Well then.
Alright, let's head inside. Is this not the mausoleum? The Magla's as thick as always. Since we're back here, we should hurry and take care of that request we got. The army still doesn't have enough manpower, so let's lend a hand. How do I use the... I don't remember how to use the surfboard thing we got. Or sword.
Yep, we're safe here. It's all clear.
Stay present and focused.
If you see use for it, I say take it.
Get away, you blessed corpses. Oh wait, you're people. Don't scare me like that. You're the Elder who fought at the Grand Cathedral, correct? I was nearby while you were fighting the skeletons that man was controlling. And by the way, you lot sure were using some amazing skills. What kind of magic was that? Let's not worry about that. What are you doing here anyway? I'm part of the Survey Corps. When we got report that there were monsters prowling around here, we got dispatched, but whole damn squad fell apart when dead bodies started showing up. Writhing like something out of a nightmare. Our captain booked it straight out, leaving the rest of us behind. They aren't much when they're alone, but if they swarm you, it's pretty dangerous. Be wary. We'll stay a while longer to catch our breath, but without our captain, there's no way in hell we'll finish this work. See you out there.
Right there. Charging in. Forward.
Damn.
That was the last of them.
I see the enemy.
Oh, I got a mortar skull.
Right there. Charging in. Time for some close.
We are dominating these things.
Our immediate vicinity is secure. We should be safe.
Ah! Ah!
I see the enemy.
That was brilliant.
Another mortar skull.
There they are. I see the enemy. All right. Forward. Time for some close.
Holy wow. This is really satisfying.
Exemplary. I see the enemy.
Very impressive.
Look.
We are blowing through these poor guys.
There they are.
Nice.
I see the enemy. Charging in. All right. How's that? Right there.
We've been spotted.
Time for some close.
Very impressive.
There they are.
I knew I could count on you.
Right there. Forward. There they are.
I love this.
Safety hard won.
This is lovely. Sorry if you heard that noise. I just hit my finger on my phone. Consider selling a broken igniter. Nice. I'm not scared of you guys. Just don't put me on like an actual turn. Yeah, I kind of just be easier for me to just fuck them up like this.
I see the enemy.
Did we already get enough to help that guy?
Hey, we found something.
Right there. Charging in.
Oh, right, we did it.
A chip's key. The sword looks like a key, but just part of one. It's not usable as is. Considering someone went through the effort to store it in a treasure chest, there's probably a counterpart somewhere. Let's go look for it. We can look at a request soon. I unlocked it. W.
Great find. Keep it.
I don't know what's down there. Heavy shot from the other side. What would be down here? What was...
What now?
So we got this one. I think we got... Yeah, we already have enough. Is this what's... Is this where we need to go? I feel like we found it way too fast.
Yep.
Seems as though it's locked. Since it's a powerful presence beyond here, the magma looks really dense. So you're saying there's something inside. Now that we know, we can't just leave it be. We need the key to open it first. It should be somewhere within the mausoleum here. Let us search for it. Okay. I don't know, like, if it's possible in these games to beat side quests without like accepting them or not. I really don't know. It appears there are no enemies here. A hollow in the magma then. Good time for us to catch our breath. Make another record. And then resume exploring. I mean, we look like we can breeze through this area. Maybe this guy will do us a little more trouble. Nope, still just 2 hits. I love this. This is amazing. I think this is to get the other key.
Right there. I see the enemy. Charging in.
Go.
That's all of them. We're safe for the time being. They noticed us.
Keep leveling this up.
Time for some close cat. There they are.
Good job.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
I see the enemy.
Hey, good one.
Right there.
That was well done.
That has to be the other piece of the key, right?
Well.
Balm of life. I'll take that. You move, Izme. Alright. There was also a little secret over here I saw. Yeah. Maybe this is the key? Nope. Blazing Igniter. Another Magma Hollow?
I see the enemy.
Oh, right. We hit it where it hurts.
This isn't where we came from, is it? What is happening? Why are there Magma Hollows everywhere? We're gonna record our journey again, just so that if we die, we
That's true.
can remain close to wherever we die at. I don't know how over leveled we are, like if we're normal leveled.
Let's go.
I feel like we're really strong, but also we're going back to the beginning of the game, so these probably, like, I doubt enemies scale.
There they are. Forward. Right there. There they are.
I knew you could do it.
I see the enemy. Charging in. Right there.
I think they see us.
Hello? There we go.
There they are. All right. How's that? Let's push through. All right. Let's push through. Right there.
I shall strive to use this power wisely.
And we're still getting good XP, which is nice.
If it's useful,
It really seems like this will be worth it. Not gonna have to use any of our healing items. I think this will be the key. Yep.
Mayhap.
This too looks like a key. The shape reminds me of... Oh, I think I know what to do. Let me borrow that for a second. I'm gonna try putting the two pieces together. Done and done. We just had to put the two together. We should be able to use this now.
However,
Punish candelabra. Alright, here we go. Again, let's just record our journey real quick. Gotta be safe and sorry.
Yep. I don't like this.
Yeah.
Watch it be like really difficult for no reason. Oh, it's one of these. We've killed one of these things before. What the? Is that a ghost? Well, I guess we are in the crypt after all. And there's even melancholia crystals here too.
Wait.
Calm yourself. Remember that death is a passage through which none return. 'Tis more likely a monster which has undergone melancholization.
I see.
So this was the dark presence that Gallica sensed. Perhaps we have these crystals to thank for the strange changes afoot in the crypt as well. Let us avail ourselves of this opportunity to shatter them completely.
However,
Looks like it's not going to be that simple.
Get ready.
Here we go. Ready yourselves.
Jeez, they're pretty tough.
Oh,
Gotta
power
be
of
careful.
kings.
it's okay.
You hit their weakness.
W.
I call upon royal power within. Let me rethink this.
They're weak to strike attack.
Give me your aid.
Them up.
Let my power support you.
Scroll's badly
Not done
wounded.
yet.
Can anyone heal
Damn,
him?
he repels. I forgot.
Curse will kill me.
Forgive me.
Stroll's already dead.
Stroll got knocked out.
I imagine this is the way to go. Yep.
You can just face me.
The attack? He's
Erupt!
ready to.
We cannot relax yet to ever greater heights.
Still here?
Oh, I thought they were weak to fire.
I shall show you. Come! Oh, Mystic Pass!
Hulkenberg got them right
Be
in their weak
neither
spot.
two plus one.
Marvelous.
W.
Blunder.
Come on, dog. You should know better.
Stroll got knocked out. Can anyone get him back on his feet? Come on,
Is everyone
not
all
like
right?
this.
I forgot I was cursed.
Help, please.
This should help.
Let us clean up. No. Do I overuse our items?
Ah, he repels. What am I doing?
Curse will kill me.
Stroll got
Come
knocked
forth,
out.
royal
Can
soul.
anyone get him back on his feet?
By this power. We're not out of this yet.
Hulkenberg's
Live to
been
see
hacked.
another day.
She better hold that right fast until it's gone.
Here.
You hit their weak point.
A
Keep it
moment
up.
blade in hand.
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot. The captain's been hit bad. The attack
Watch this drive.
Hulkenberg too.
It does so much damage that I'm not worried that... Oh, now I should be worried.
Not like this.
No holding back.
Help, please.
Oh, also, we only have one more left.
Still fight.
One more taking a fucking nap. Why are you taking my life, dog? Relax.
Hulkenberg's down. Someone help her get back in the fight.
Let's go. A weeping blood staff. That sounds
A
useful.
halfway decent result.
Those rank ups.
Excellent.
I'm eager to see you use that.
Increases the effects of recovery magic. Ooh, that's nice. Excuse me. Black jewel necklace. Oh, that was what we needed. We managed to take it out, huh? Wait, what's that? Oh, could that be the trinket that noble lost? He said it was a memento of his wife, so let's take it to him.
I'm heading back.
Well, guess that about wraps up our reason for being here. Let's go. Let's heal, because Holgenberg was on her last leg.
We're so lucky. Great find. Keep it.
W. I believe this is the right way. What up? Ah, it's you lot. I've heard the rumors. You're the talk of the town, having taken down that human plaguing us. I hate to turn away the people that the city's indebted to, but the road's closed ahead. It's in the middle of repairs. Oh, this is how we got to... Oh, yeah, this is where What's-His-Face died. Wanna be... Here you go, good sir. Whoa, hold on a minute, mate. Are those mortar skulls? Don't tell me. Did you bring those for me? I brought them for you.
Excellent.
Ha, I'm not dreaming, am I? I really don't have to die? Whew, I'm so relieved. Are you going to tell us why you needed those mortar skulls now? Well, you see, there's this weird fad among the nobles right now, where they think placing skulls in their homes will ward off disaster. But normal ones are no good, apparently. It's gotta be one of the specially marked ones from the mausoleum, or they'll supposedly have no effect. Completely daft, right? A noble with more money than common sense demanded that I bring him the skulls, said I'd be sent to the gallows if I didn't. Seriously? That's ridiculous. I can't believe they made such an outrageous threat over such a silly superstition. Yeah, I thought nobles were supposed to be a little more, you know, noble. Or at the very least, smarter than that. But lately, they've all been panicked. I think that whole Grand Cathedral fiasco reminded them that it doesn't matter how much coin or influence they got. They can still die just like the rest of us. With leaders like this, I doubt anything around here is going to settle down and go back to normal anytime soon. Anyway, thanks to you, I managed to escape with my life. Here's the reward I promised. Nice. Brigadine and 3,000 currency.
Thank you.
Thanks, young Elda. You really put your life on the line for a complete stranger like me. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Alright, and now we can do...
Where to? What do you think? Understood.
Sit back. Where? What was he in Matira? Back to the Browhaven Tavern.
Speaking of...
We recovered a necklace in the mausoleum, correct? It belonged to a nobleman. We should return it with haste. That entire mess has affected a great many people. It's all such a shame. All the more reason to fulfill our goals so that further tragedies may be averted. He's probably real eager to get it back. Let's deliver it to him before we forget.
Luis's.
There's time until the soiree, sure, but we need to secure our route with time to spare.
Let's make it happen.
Right, the Prince's fate is riding on us. We should make sure that our archetypes are ready for anything.
Now then.
Well, suppose we ought to turn in for the night once we finish our plates. I'd say we earned our rest today. Good job.
Time marches on, and the
19 days to the soiree.
draws nearer.
We're gonna give this guy his necklace and then probably wrap it up.
It's really coming down.
I hear a voice. I think I'm just a bother to Miss Fabian. Maria comes by. Maybe she would talk with her. on some Lumio Street.
All right then.
Which is all the way back
Where
here.
to?
Let's go.
Nice. How do I ride that thing again?
That reminds me. That reminds me.
Ah, circle, there we go.
What?
That black jewel necklace. Don't tell me you found a proper warrior to help you retrieve it. I did it myself. Of all the people, it had to be a worthless Elda. Ah, I've seen your face before. You're the youth who helped to restore order during the attack on the Grand Cathedral. I apologize for my earlier behavior. The things I said, I can't even imagine what my wife would think if she heard me utter such discriminatory nonsense. Allow me to reminisce for but a moment. My wife was a researcher in the king's employ. She had such wit. We would talk for hours, endlessly discussing the country's future. She was kind and noble. Frankly, I never deserved her. And this necklace, it was the object which she treasured most. Wow, I never would have guessed. I'm glad we were able to bring it back to you.
Thank you
You have my deepest, most heartfelt thanks. Here, the reward I promise. Accept it as a gift from the both of us. Unfortunately, I'm running low on funds, so this is the best I can do. Forgive me.
Mission accomplished.
All right.
Courageous, what's up? Courageous young Elda, I shan't forget your kindness for as long as I live. Now that I have this memento, I have some closure about my wife's fate. I should return to the countryside now. I bid my farewell. Before I want to make sure we do this too. We have a lot of stuff I think we can mess around with here. An Elda, closery. How may the church guide you? Purify. Both of these are for... Here's why that's still there. Oh, whatever. I guess we could see Maria too, right? Let's just do that real quick. Been a long time since we've seen Maria, so maybe we should, because I'll keep forgetting. It's Maria's room, maybe I should pay her a visit later. What do you mean?
Grand, isn't it?
Lovely.
Okay. What?
Grand, isn't it?
Ah, tis you.
Have you not decided our plans for the day? Even knowing we mustn't let our guard down, a breather might do us some good. Have you warmed to the offer for training? Sure.
All right.
In that case, we shall need some training swords. To the weapon shop with us.
All right.
A fine balanced weapon, no? 'Tis for training only, but you never know it from the grip and swing. 'Tis most nostalgic. I once trimmed with that blade when I'd just become a royal guardswoman myself. It was not long after joining that I was assigned to the prince's retinue. I was desperate to improve. I was younger even then. You are now, and notably unskilled. Each night I would slip past our commander's watch, join a comrade of mine in the dark, and spar with him until our hands were calloused and blistered.
Certainly.
Some bouts I won, some I lost, yet despite all the times we crossed blades, we never did see who was the better. Sounds like a worthy opponent.
Well.
Nothing less. It was thanks to him that I improved by leaps and bounds. We swore we'd become royal knights worthy of the title and rise to the heights of the order. We'd be champions.
Surely you jest.
God above, Hulkenberg. Is it truly you? What are the odds? So it is you. You returned. Rodanth. What a coincidence. I was just speaking of a comrade and rival. This is the self-same man. And who's this pup? Friend of hers.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Orvin, a friend of hers. You associate with this boy? Disgraceful. What do you mean? I mean, I'm taken aback. You indulge the company of this elder brat? You, once a proud member of the knighthood. Why does that strike you so? I suppose like attracts like. The dirt suits a fallen knight. What? Oh, calm yourself, Hulkenberg. The commander of the Royal Knights is well within his bounds to judge your failures.
What?
Commander? You mean yourself?
Yes.
While you wandered as a vagrant, I earned both our share of honors. So I see.
And?
And you. Clearly you've already given up on pulling yourself any higher. What has occupied you instead? I pursue a mission, one that far outweighs any glory found in the Order.
Oops.
Ah, of course. When you couldn't save the prince, any dignity you had as a royal guard was well and duly snuffed, wasn't it? I suppose you had little choice but to cling to your search for his shadow. How dare, choose your words with care. No need, I have nothing more to say. You disappoint me, Hulkenberg. That was a drastic change in events, holy shit.
Sorry.
My apologies, I'm sorry you had to see that. Are you okay?
Listen.
Just kinda ask. I do understand his anger. 'Twas by my choice that our promised path diverged after all. But we cannot afford to lose sight of our priorities. Orvin, let us fight onward in the name of His Royal Highness. This is the path I walk now. I can sense Hulkenberg's earnest faith and deep trust. Our bond increase?
I have not the luxury of regret.
Studying the knight lineage, Hulkenberg may defend the protagonist from an attack of his weakness. Oh, nice!
Pardon me?
Begging your pardon, but how do you know that fellow who just left?
Hmm?
Merely an old friend. You don't say. Well, see you around.
Very well.
Let's train another time, back at the runner.
Yes.
100 drills or 1,000 swings. We'll take an unsparring regimen, indeed to purge this distraction. Hulkenberg and I return to the others. The dangers of nighttime infiltration. There are more people in Luis's Gauntlet Runner at night, so you'll need to sneak in during the day. Make sure to secure an infiltration route to Luis's room before the day of the soiree. I need to push myself harder. Heismay comes to mind, maybe I should go talk with him. Where is Heismay?
What do you want to do?
I would like to talk to at least one of them, since Maria didn't let me talk to her.
Alright.
Where is Heismay? Back at the Gauntlet Runner?
Ripping, this is?
No.
How grand. Oi.
Where is Heismay?
Let's go.
I'm just
Hey, listen.
incredulous.
I'm so confused. Did Heismay, like, abandon us?
Wonderful.
Oi.
Wonderful.
Where the hell is he?
Oi there.
That's not him. That's a Yugif, but that's it. Okay, Hulkenberg is inside.
Oi there.
We just checked the tavern, he wasn't there. Check one more time.
I'm just
Hey, listen.
incredulous.
It would be good to know these things.
All right. That's right. All right. Hmm?
Here we go. That's cool that you can do that. Yes. And now we can find where he is. He was literally in the god. Oh my god, okay.
Ah, it's you.
Why, hello there. For all the time we spend in battle, it's good to rest our wings every once in a while, eh? I've been thinking I ought to resume the training drills from my Shadow Guard days. The battles ahead will demand no less of me. My apologies, but if you've business with me, might we discuss it another time? Will you teach me? Well, I'm afraid this training is tailored to a UG stature. It's not a thing for you to learn. Help me understand you. With my overflowing eloquence, I was able to convince Heisway of the significance of observing his training. Let's go.
I see.
I see. I suppose knowing the fighting style of your allies would help broaden your possible strategies. Yes, that sounds reasonable. Mark my technique closely. And you'll learn the ways of the Shadow Guard. Jesus. But proper training does take time, a significant amount of it. If you mean to tag along, I hope you're ready to be here a while. Well said. A bit cramped right here, though, isn't it? Let's go to the woods nearby instead. Come on.
Now then.
Let's start with a little test. See if you can keep up with my movements. If your reactions are fast enough to match me, you win. Now let's begin. You're wide open. Oh shit! From here, it'll be a simple thing to slit your throat. You were careless. You are so cool. You're just so cool, Heismay. Enough of that now. I don't mind the compliment, but you're laying it on a bit thick.
Alright.
I'll do it as many times as you like. Oh shit! Don't rely on sight. You must sense through your very skin. Your enemies aren't going to wait for you. Your body must move on instinct to buy time for your mind. How can I do that?
Well.
How indeed. Finding these answers is also part of the training. There's no clear answer, no correct way of improving, but at the very least, you can decide what you aspire to.
Then.
Want to keep going? That seems enough for one day. Shall we share a drink then? Let us retire to my castle, back on the runner.
Oh.
I found some fine spirits for myself, but even ambrosia would be tasteless when drunk alone. Would you like a cup of tea instead? Yes, a bracing drink, but nowhere near as good as the spirits back home. You miss your hometown?
Hold on.
No.
Not particularly. Talking with you just reminded me of my son. It's been a long time since I abandoned my home. My son died without ever seeing that village. He looked up to knights, you know. He had a stout heart in that little frame. Might have grown up to be a fine knight himself had he lived. Another wish unfulfilled, I suppose. I'll never forget the day I cremated my son's body and mourned his death. Cremated? What do you mean by cremated? Ah, right. Everyone else buries their... I know what cremation means. I did not think that's what he was going to ask. Alright, everyone else buries their bodies as they are, without giving them to the flame.
The truth is...
It's the way of the Yugif boy. We burn the bodies of the dead, leaving only bones. The soul is freed through fire. Once released from the body, they go to their place in the beyond. Then, those who remain must lay the bones to rest, somewhere suitable for the deceased. However, I've yet to find a place fit for my son to take his final rest. I can't imagine he'd be happy for his bones to be eternally moving and disturbed.
I apologize.
Apologies, I shouldn't be talking to you about this. Let's find his place. And let's find his rightful place together.
No.
We've an important mission to accomplish, no room for detours of any inconvenience, boy. I can't put that burden on you. It's a favor for a friend.
Let's do it.
Still, we can do it. It isn't just a random detour, it's a favor for a dear friend.
Thank you.
I thank you for your kindness, truly. I'll do my best to return this favor, though. Through my efforts as your comrade, thank you again. A toast, then, to cement our vow, you, with a cup of delicious tea.
Cheers.
Yes, a toast, but not to mark my regrets. To commemorate our coming together, and to the beginning of morning. It sends Heismay's heartache for his departed son, and his trust as a friend and ally. Let's go!
My boy.
Studying the thief lineage, displays the location of strong enemies on dungeon maps. Nice.
My thanks.
We can save this for any time when you're free, lad. I'm grateful that you'll help me, though, and I dare say tonight I'll rest well.
Time marches on.
and the age of the
Alrighty, 18 days. We do gotta start heading towards the Gauntlet Runner.
Luis's.
The day of the soiree is approaching. We need to secure our infiltration route to Luis's quarters before then. We must reclaim the formula without raising suspicion. Then at long last, we will finally have the means to break the prince's curse.
Let's make it happen.
The prince's fate is in our hands. This plan is risky, but we have to see it through.
True.
18 days until Luis's soiree. Let us proceed with the utmost caution.
Did you know?
The day after tomorrow is Forgiveness Day, where stores throughout the city have the biggest sales of the year. I can't wait. Alright, well, that's going to do it for part 19. Just one episode shy of part 20 for Metaphor ReFantazio. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know they're long. I know it's not easy to sit through these, but I do want to beat it. And I know for the people who want to watch me play through it, this is probably best so that, you know, it doesn't take another month for me to beat the game. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm really excited to see what happens next. I know I said at the end of at the end of every episode, but it's true. If you guys like the content you want to see more, I'm also posting Indiana Jones and the Great Circle videos you can go watch. And then as well, I stream nearly every day for a minimum of 3 hours. So if you want to come watch a live stream, you can probably catch me throughout the day. And I'd love to have you there chatting and talking about video games or whatever going on in the world. So I would love to have you there. And with all that being said, have a great morning, night, afternoon, wherever, whenever you guys are watching this. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.